All right, welcome back everyone. We have another fun video that I absolutely gotta show everybody. This right here was coming down to the last second, to the very last point. I come back behind when, it was just so much fun playing this right here. But we are in the tier 9 hybrid US Battleship Kearsarge. Now, I'm gonna admit that I wasn't so hyped on the hybrid ships. I'm really not, right? When it came out, I was like, oh, this looks terrible. This is whack. People who play this is mostly just think they're just a CV. They forget they even have main guns. Oh, no, trust me, we're gonna be using our main guns, but we're also gonna be using these planes that are accessible to us. And after this match, my opinion on these hybrid ships had completely changed. This ship is extremely fun. So this match is a little bit different as well, because this is not just a solo match. I'm also with my clan mates, with my man Scuba and Mock, and they're both in the Fletcher and the Bantam. Right, there's 3 DDs, and there's a CV in play. Now our CV is the Cog against the Graf Zeppelin. Now both of these CVs are gonna play very huge parts, but technically, if you want to really break it down, we have 2 CVs, because I also have planes as well. And you're gonna see how much impact these planes can absolutely do. So right now my man Scuba is out on the outside, making sure that if anyone comes outside, we are noted for me to change directions or whatever right now. But right here, right now, my main concern is, protecting Mock going into the sea cap. Right now the minimap only shows the Stromberg on the outside. Obviously I feel confident I'm in the tier 9 battleship, even though our reload is horrendous. That's one of the biggest weaknesses. That's why I feel when the new hybrid ships come out later on in the year or whatever the case may be, they're not gonna be so overpowered, because their reload gotta be extremely long, like the way it is now. Here we see the Chapayan. I try to do my best and just slow down, because he looks like he's about to come broadside, and I'm just hoping he just does. This man is out in the world, out in the open, no one's shooting at him, and he's slowing down. Perfect. But the way I was coming in actually prevented me from taking a shot on him, right? My rear guns is still taking a minute to turn around, and then he disappears. So I need to shoot at something, and I decided to shoot at the Atlantico. One of those moments where I completely forgot that Atlantico is extremely slow. So my shots is completely off. But that tends to happen, right? And this is only my second battle in the Kearsarge, but trust me, it will get better. So now we only know one of the DDs on the spot enemy team, which is a Fletcher, and that's an ACAT. We're still looking for the ZF6 and Z44. Now, ironically enough, those are actually part of Wookiee 12. And there they are. ZF6 got caught a torp by our guy in the Mock in the Venom, and he's already down to half health. Scuba's still scanning outside to get an advantage of spotting is a bit of an issue. Especially when you see all 3 ships, and plus if there's one DD there, that means the other one got to be there. So technically we're 5 versus 3. Ibuki and Stromberg's in the back, but I don't believe they're in the right angle. Here I am setting my autopilot. You don't see it because it's in the replay, but I'm setting my autopilot because I'm going to continue doing a move, because at this moment I decided it's time for the planes. We need spotting. We need to see something. So I got my autopilot just still sitting in my ship, and we're gonna go around. Right now, you notice that they already got a cap. We're already down the ship. We are losing already. But trust me, things will turn around. So I'm coming around just to see what we can get. Scuba still hasn't reached a point where he can actually spot, but he's about to get there. Now we come around, we see the Stromberg. At first I was trying to find a DD, but I see the Atlantico, and then slow moving ship, easy prey. Lucky for me, I have enough experience playing CVs that I understand how these planes work. I notice it's moving slow, so it takes about 4 seconds for them to actually fire the rockets, and boom, we got the 2 hits, but we got the fire, and that's what really matters. I'm trying to take shots, and this little craft iron prevents me from taking another shot. So it's been almost 5 minutes. I still haven't really taken a shot so far, right? I landed a few shells here and there, but nothing of significance. So we're gonna come around. Atlantico looks like he's coming out, and I see Scuba there, so I'm going out there to support Scuba in the Fletcher. So Mock right here in the Venom is continuing launching torps everywhere inside that cap, right? That's the one of the great strengths of Venom. It has so many torps, you can just constantly keep launching them on both sides. And you see them right there going across the sea cap, right? And that's one of the strengths of the battle. Just keep launching torch into a very congested area, and you're bound to hit something. So we're coming around and we're looking for any opportunity, right? This is the only problem about actually going out wide. Alright, if there's nothing out there, you're pretty much taking out the game. Now, it's already been 5 minutes and we're still pretty low. Now, the Atlantico is coming up, and I'm just trying to see. And this is one of the moments where I believe I did messed up, because I was expecting the DD because I have loaded HE. I see the Chapaya right there at the end, and because, you know, I'm just trying to find some target, I failed to realize I had HE loaded, and I was pretty upset. Okay, now always make sure you check your ammo. Right here, I said to myself, is that HE or is that AP? So it's one of those weird motions that it was AP or it was HE. I couldn't tell, but he's down to 17k. And I almost got him out of there. So I was telling Mark right here, somebody shoot at him. Shoot at him. Literally, look at this man. He's out in the open, 17 health, shooting back at everybody, and no one is shooting him. So I'm begging Mark, please just shoot him. I know you're in the Venom, just shoot him. One shot will do it, and he finally got him out there. Here comes Z44 coming out the scuba. I'm coming around towards my gun. I have the HE loaded. I'm waiting for him to come out, make that mistake. There he goes. He's slowing down. His engine was taken out. I aim a little high. And do we got a good salvo? We did, but not necessarily, because we only got 2 pins. But he's gonna smoke up, and I see the ZF6 coming around. So it's one of those things where I'm reloading, but it takes such a long time for the reload. Scuba is getting lit up. I'm telling him to smoke up, stay hidden, and not to get out the smoke, because I have an idea. Now ZF6 is still there, dark, and there he went in smoke. So usually when I see that happens, right, they both went into smoke, right? I'm gonna do what I'm thinking is the best thing to do. I have these planes. I tell Scuba, do not leave that smoke. Just stay in there, and I can spot. Remember, I'm in a battleship, but I can still spot. So I'm coming around looking, because I'm predicting that they're gonna get out of their smoke. They're not gonna just stick around all day long, just in that. And best believe, the Z44 made a mistake to get out. Now I believe he actually saw those torps coming, so he had to leave. So I'm keeping him lit just to see if Scuba can actually gun him down, right? Unfortunately, I think Scuba actually took a torp as well. Yep, there he is, and he's down to 400k. So it's not looking good for my man Scuba, but that's what having the clan mates for. We're gonna come around here, just keeping him spotted. If he stays dark, he can burn him down. But I'm looking at his health, and I'm like, you know what? I need to come in. And then at this moment, right, I'm looking, I'm projecting, he's keep going, and I stop. Now the reticle looks off because that's replay, but best believe this lined up correctly. 9k, and boom. Oh man, how mad can you be? Unfortunately, this is where I had an HE loaded. Without mistake, I didn't have the AP loaded, I had HE loaded. And I was pretty upset about it, because I was like, no, 4 known pins and whatever the case may be. This is where I feel like the hybrid ships gotta have a nice balance between using your fighters and actually using your main guns, right? Because I've seen too many people just pretend they're aircraft carriers and just hide behind us and launch planes every 60 seconds. Like, you're a battleship, you have guns, fire them. So we're here, lining up our shots on the Strasbourg, and he went dark, but lucky for us, we're still reloading, and I'm predicting that he will reappear, and he did. I aim right midship, and I believe at this moment he got, look at that, nice, really nice salvo on that. We're still down right on points by a tremendous amount. Remember, we're losing by quite a amount of ships, and we still only cap we got was the one, the C-cap, that Mark was able to change when we finally got which one call it, when we took out some of the DDs and they pushed away in Japan. So the Strawberry looking pretty upset. Right here, Scuba's still in smoke, but unfortunately his scope is running out, and the ZF6 took him out. Now looking for me, I was still in movement. I'm here trying to just panic and just launch my rockets, and they look terrible, but it's okay, because remember, I still have guns. Right, looking for me, I only took 1 torp. He's trying to smoke up and do God knows what, but hey, we are able to capitalize on that, and that's another kill. Unfortunately for him, the torps just ended up too short, and even if we did land it, we would have survived that. So it's now time to push the round. Now you look, we're still behind on points, by a lot actually. Right, so we're up on point, we're finally up on ships, but we're down on points. Now if you pay attention to the mini map, you see the Kaga, he's being chased down by the FDG, the Neptune, and everyone else, right? I'm here, I see this grab something is 2, it's 15 kilometers away. I'm thinking he's gonna slow down, because that's what it appears. It looked like he was slowing down just to hide behind the island, but it looks like he was just simply going around the island, and my shots unfortunately are just going to miss by a lot. Actually, the way he turned out very slowly. Yep. So unfortunately, and the gun jumper is going to give us problems later on. At this point, we're just looking around, we're cutting across. It took us a really long time coming around C, and that's one of the issues of going around C. It just takes a long period of time, right? Because when you clear out that flank, if they clear out A and they got B, they're in a very strong position as they are right now. They're still gathering points. They're up by 200, and I'm coming around to see what's the next spot. I see the Fletcher. Okay, that's the last remaining DD. And I'm just trying to see, maybe this FDG is going to come broadside to us, and he does. I aim accordingly, right? 13 seconds to get there. These are really slow shells. And I'm predicting that he's moving slowly enough that because sometimes I have an issue of leading when they're going under speed, but this one not so much. Got a Citadel and another kill on a German battleship. Usually you don't see that usually happen, but looking for us, these high pin, improved pins angle coming down, raining fire. It works for on our favor, and we got that Citadel need to get him out of there. Unfortunately, Nagato took out our Sean horse. We're still up on ships though. Now Kaga, to me, did an outstanding job this entire match. He read the map as best he could, and he adjusted. He didn't just sit one area. He tried to support the B and A side as best he could and still kite away. I'm over here now because I'm looking for the Fletcher. I was thinking that the Fletcher was going to go towards where Mach and the Venom's going to, but fortunately for us, he didn't. And he actually went, based on his AA, he went the other way around. So I'm trying to keep him lit. And unfortunately, the Buki just went down to the Nagato. So we're looking 4 shifts to 4, right? And they still have a huge point lead. We need to get a cap. We need to get kills. I come around here, lined up the shot, but he turned in, so my shots kind of fell short. But it's all right. It was the only shot I really had to take, but we did catch him on fire. I was going to DCP that. Right now, we're managing our heal, and we pretty much got a good amount of heal left. We didn't really take that much damage throughout the match. Right here I see the Nagato, he's slowing down, but he's still moving at a pace where I just need to adjust accordingly. And he's moving at a speed where I think I can actually catch him, right? That was one of the difficulties to actually make adjustments. When you have slow guns like the way we do, right? Boom, another Citadel, 18k. Sometimes it's hard to adjust because the lead time is so long, but they're moving so slow that sometimes it can throw the shots off, right? Grezum is coming around, and that's an issue. That's an issue because he's just going to keep harassing us. We use our heal, and we're back to a pretty good healthy amount. Now, if you look at the mini-map, this is where I kind of got upset. Because I see the Yugumo, and when you see the Yugumo, right? Apologies, because I do rotate my maps, because I always like having a certain visual, right? When you pay attention to the Yugumo, he's just leaving the Kaga by himself. Right, so I'm like, oh man, where is he going? You're gonna see him later on where he's just completely ran from the fight. There's no other words to say it. Right, we still need to get a cap. We're down by so many points, but we're not giving up. We fire our main shots, and we're gonna send out our planes. Grab Zeppelin, set up some fighters, but that's okay. We can actually try and get around this, right? By the time the fighters latch, we're already gonna have fire our shots. So here we are with our own rocket fighters, and we're going to line up the shots and then go back to our main guns and then fire the main guns. He's kind of bow in, so I can't aim up above his bow, so I catch him on the superstructure, right? Because we have plunging fire, so it can be an actually decent salvo right there. All right, so a nice 9k. So the CV's still harassing us, and the Yugumo's like, I ain't dealing with this, I'm leaving. So, alright, cool. So we're gonna go with, supporting our ship, our teammate, Mach in the Venom against the Nagato. And there he is, right? Hopefully one of these torps lands, which I predict it does. And we just gonna fire once again above the bow line. He takes 1 torp, he's down to less than 2k, and our shots ready to finish. That's the 4th kill. Remember, we're still down by a lot of points. a lot. We're by 300 down by caps, but we are now up on ships. Unfortunately, the Kaga is going against the Neptune and a Fletcher. And I'm here asking for support from the Yugamo, like you need to help him out, do something. If you would have just hanged around the Kaga, launched torps, kept us distant, because the Kaga was actually spotting the Neptune. Kaga is requesting support, and he's not going to get none by the Yugamo at all. It tends to happen, but you know, what can we do? So we're going to go around, and right here we have to make a decision. So I'm talking with the clan mates, and it's like, what do you think is the best thing we can do? Do I go for cap at A? Or should we cut across B between the A and B caps to see if we can spot the CV? So at this moment, the decision was made that Mach and the Venom will actually cap A, and I'll cut across to see if I can get a good shot, because we need kills, we need something to catch up just on points, right? And this is why points and caps matter so much, because if we don't get them in a timely manner, then it doesn't matter if you're up on ships, you will lose the points. Come here using my fighter rockets, long enough shots, and I'm trying to get the fire too, but you know, with the autopilot, it takes a really long time for the ship to turn over, right? I don't know what is going on with the automat. I don't know why it needs to slow down to make a turn, but it does anyways. So I'm trying to go full speed. I'm trying to use the mini-map to best my ability to fire at the CV, and because he's such in a weird angle, I can't really see, I miss. Right, the Yugamo's pinging us to capture A, which we already discussed in our intercoms, and it's like, dude, we already know. Like, where were you? You abandoning, like, you abandoned the CV, and you're just like, all right, cool. But there's no room for that to talk in chat, right? This is something that we were just thinking in our heads and saying out loud in the chat, right? Because I'm not going to belittle the Yugamo, because it's like, all right, whatever. Here, the Kaga makes a huge play. As you see, the Fletcher on the other side, it's down to like 3,700, right? He still has playing. He's not giving up, man. This Kaga just keeps. I mean, he ran into the corner of the map, which was a great thing, because these two literally chased him all the way down, taking him out completely out of the game. They could have won this if they would have just left him alone and maybe cap B or whatever the case may be, or cap C, and then call it what it is. But no, they chased him all the way down to the corner of the map. Here I'm shooting at the grass sampling, right? This is only my second battle in the Kearsarge, so I'm still having a hard time adjusting, right? Because he's at a weird angle. He's not directly perpendicular to me, but it's just, I just couldn't adjust. I'm looking at the mini match to see if I can get the shots lined up correctly, like in front of him. But no, unfortunately, the Neptune finished off the Kaga, but the Kaga did something pretty extraordinary right here. He sees that the Fletcher actually hit the border himself, launched his torps, and actually took out the Fletcher. That right there was the play of the game, because that kill really got us where we needed. But Venom, Mach is being harassed by the CV. Unfortunately, I couldn't do nothing about it because I don't have fighters. You know, I only have the rocket planes. So I had to make a decision. Should I go for the full health CV, or should I go where towards the Neptune's at, and hopefully, you know, the Kaga did some damage on him, and maybe some rocket planes can finish him off, whatever the case may be. So this is where things get pretty interesting, right? Because remember, we had 2 caps. Now we have 3 caps, but we're still down by a severe amount of points, but they're not getting no points. But there's a minute and 30 left. I seen the Neptune's down 14k. Neptune has great AA, and I kind of panicked and just, you know, sent my fighters, and that was it. Yugamo's going down the middle, and Mach and the Venom's going out wide. Just try to get away from the Graf Zeppelin. Now the rest of it is it's nothing more, right? I mean, it was a good, decent match, you know, 140k, but less than a minute, we're still down on points by 100. At this point, I'm trying to think in my head, are we going to have enough time? Right? So I fired at the Graf Zeppelin, and once again, I just simply cannot make the adjustment. I try to get my back guns around, right? Because I kind of went broadside to the Graf Zeppelin and his torps, but these torps don't really hit hard like that. And unfortunately, I don't see it. Now there's less than 30 seconds. I'm kind of like chipping out. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the Graf Zeppelin alone. Hopefully my A can do some job, getting, you know, taking down some of these planes. Maybe he just missed. I'm turning all the other way around to see if I can avoid some of his torps. And unfortunately, I think we took one. But if you look at the timer, it's 15 seconds. Are we gonna make it? There are so much up points. Can we make it? Now we down by 15. Oh my goodness, there's 8 seconds left. And you see 8:11, 8:19, there's 5 seconds left. Are we gonna make it? And it's just, look right there. Are we gonna make it? Oh, in 8:20, and we got it at the last seconds. Oh man, what a match. But this is just a match just to show you that points really do matter, right? Don't slack on getting the caps, right? What the Neptune did and the Fletcher, you know, they were just CV hunting. If the Neptune would have just went down to grab the cap at C, we would have lost that. But they just went and chased a CV all the way down to the corner of the map instead of grabbing the caps. Sometimes a cap is more important than getting the kill. I hope you like this one. I know it was a close match. We enjoyed it on our side. If you like what you see, please check me out on Twitch at Nunez Geno Streamer. And I hope you have a blessed day. Y'all take care now.